It's Christmas, as Noddy Holder would like to say, and it's time for me to put on the jukebox my Christmas selections. There'll be the usual ones, the ones that are played in the shops and on the radio all the time, and then there's some of the ones which I'm going to talk about now, which are less common. I've had this record here for years and years and years and years. It's Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Helms, and it's become a hit. Nobody bought it the first time around. I think I might have bought it the sort of second time around. I've had it quite a few years anyway. But it's now a regular in the top 75 on the download charts. Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Helms. I've got two Connie Francis. There's a name from the past and probably be on most of your memories. This one, which again was redone a little while back. It's I'm Gonna Be Warm This Winter. Not strictly a Christmas song, but fits. But gives me the excuse to bring up a second one by her. This one, Baby's First Christmas. So if you've just had a newborn, that one should make you probably quite ill actually, because it's not that good. But Connie Francis, Baby's First Christmas. Back in the day, when everybody was mad about the Beatles in a really frenetic way, a lady called Dora Bryan, a comedian who lived in Brighton, I don't know why I remember that fact, but she lived in Brighton, made this record, All I Want for Christmas is a Beatle. Pretty stupid. It was a small hit. And I should say, by the way, these are not my usual covers of records. I like to keep the records in the right covers. But these are jukebox records and they don't have quite the same care because the jukebox doesn't give them quite the same care that I do when I put them onto my own turntable. Dora Bryan. There's loads of Elvis records around. White Christmas. You've heard that one? I think somebody else did it once. Elvis Presley. Speaking of somebody else, my favourite Bing Crosby Christmas record, for no reason at all, apart from the fact I like the tune, is this one. Do You Hear What I Hear? It's sung in a peculiar way. He happens to sing the word boy in a most affected tone, but it's got a great tune. And go on, if I do a Spotify playlist, check it out, or just go on to YouTube or wherever yourself and look for Bing Crosby, Do You Hear What I Hear? Just a few more to go. The Drifters, remember them Under the Boardwalk and all those hits, Saturday Night at the Movies? Here's their song, the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting by the Fire. Who knew that lots of these famous people made Christmas records? They often sneaked out and have got forgotten about. But the Drifters, the Christmas song. Also the Nat King Cole version's good. Now Bob Dylan made this song, Must Be Santa. But this is by Tommy Steele that I put onto my jukebox. Tommy Steele, he was a sort of rock and roller, then became a big star in the theatre and musicals. Two more! Back in the 60s again. This is probably, the reason is because singles were what we listened to music on back in the 1960s. So that's why there were so many of them released for Christmas. Here's Lionel Bart. He wrote Living Doll for Cliff Richard. He wrote the musical Oliver. He sang Give Us a Kiss for Christmas. It's a pretty corny song, but isn't that what Christmas is all about, being a bit corny? Finally, this one is a friend of mine's favourite Christmas song. Other people call it a great dirge. Up to you to check it out. It's Kate Bush. December will be magic again. Does anybody know that song? Some of them, of course, I can't put on the jukebox because this is a 12-inch. It's Sabrina Carpenter with a new one that's only just come out a few weeks ago. And one I don't put on the jukebox because I've not had the middle cut out of it and I like it too much. It's The Waitresses, Christmas Wrapping. There have been other versions on of this, but I just think this is, I don't know, it sums up many things about Christmas, the bad and the good, ending on a happy note. So Waitresses, Christmas Wrapping. I'm hoping to put some of these onto a Spotify playlist so that you can check me out later. I'm going to finish with one which is not available on 45. It's on this album by Thea Gilmore. The album is called Strange Communion and it's got a track on here called That'll Be Christmas. And to me, it sums everything up about Christmas, the good and the bad, the happy and the sad. So if you do nothing else this Christmas, go to Spotify, go to YouTube and look up Thea Gilmore, that'll be Christmas. If you're not humming the song all through Christmas Day and Boxing Day, especially when you're a bit fed up with the family and the presents and the paper and the mess, I'll be very surprised. All right, well, I wish you a Merry Christmas. Hope to see you again later on. And of course, if you've got nothing to do before now and then, you can always check out my books, I'm Still Standing and Homeward Bound, which you can buy at bookshops or online with Amazon. Okay, that's it. Happy Christmas!